Yeah, he's back. Hold on.
Where's ZR1 at?
He's at home.
I had a quick meeting. My bad.
That's okay.
So I know I'm America's Most Wanted here on the panel right now, but I'm gonna get the backup information. I know I'm gonna need the backup information to show basically what I'm trying to document to you guys, and then we'll have a different conversation on that.
Nothing, because we see the video, and what we hear from you is that you're being biased.
What backup information, Keith?
The full uncut body cam from Grayson. I know you're seeing that, but that one is edited. Obviously, you could tell because it says Pew 1, Pew 2, Pew 3 on it. The one straight from Saginaw County. It's actually on their website. Just gotta dig and find it.
What's the name of it? Saginaw County?
The fact that his partners didn't correspond with his story is over for him, bro.
His partner's trying to cover his own ass right now, I'm sure, to make sure charges aren't against him.
I mean,
and that'll come out in the wash too.
He didn't fire his pew, so ain't no charges gonna be brought against him. He didn't even fire.
Exactly.
So he ain't covering his own ass. He's just telling the truth. Like where he wasn't in danger.
Yeah,
he wasn't in danger.
So Keith, that doesn't make any sense what you just said, because you're stating that they didn't do anything wrong, correct? So what are they covering?
I'm not saying they didn't do. I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. I'm saying he's not going to get charged with M.
Why not, Keith?
So what he gonna get charged with, Keith?
In my opinion, he's going to get charged with an administrative charge.
Oh.
An administrative charge for unaliving someone?
His department already agreed that the fact that he pulled the pew wasn't wrong. The only thing that they said was wrong as of right now is the pewing itself.
You know what? And don't get mad at what I'm getting ready to say, but this is a classic case of white entitlement.
I disagree because this wasn't a race thing.
It don't have to be a race thing for it to be white entitlement. White entitlement means that you guys.
I honestly think it's just.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Mom. Oh, I was just gonna say, I honestly think it's just police abusing their authority.
Actually, I'm talking about Keith's explanations as to what he's going to be charged with and what happened. Okay. I'm not talking about what actually happened in the video.
Yeah, Keith, I don't know what you got going on. His ass is going to jail for M.
He's not going for M. It'll be administrative. That man sat up there and deliberately shot that woman in the head.
Be careful of your words.
Not one gunshot.
Okay, yeah. He threw him in the head.
But three.
He's cooked.
So how you can just deliberately skip over that part and say, oh, it's going to be an administrative charge. He committed murder. Point blank period.
3 shots, Keith. 3
shots.
The woman was not a threat.
And have to say what he said.
Right. The woman was not a threat, Keith.
And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Scott Schneider.
And I'm Dawn Hatt.
Once his partner get up there on that stand and say what he said on that news broadcast, it's over for him.
So Mr. Who was there the very first day of the trial. You know that, right?
Okay.
And he kind of got information that was there on the first day.
Okay.
But he had other camera footage of what happened straight from the county.
What other camera
and all I
footage?
say is the one unedited from Sean Grayson.
Okay. The one that you're claiming to be edited is just some captions that are added to the video. Nothing is altered, like nothing is cut and paste or.
Which makes it edited.
That's not an edit. That's a caption.
If it says S1, S2, that's an edit to that video. That's not how that video was clearly made.
How is that changing what happens once he he pews her.
All I'm saying is give me the time to get that video to you.
Okay.
And then form your opinion then.
Okay, so you're going to send it to me through Discord?
I'm going to get it and send it to you on Discord. But give me some time to get it.
Okay, I can do that.
Keith is pitching. He wants this officer to walk free. That is crazy.
No, I don't think he's going to walk free.
But he's definitely not going to get out. That is an injustice for it to be a administrative charge. That is an injustice to that family. If they thought he was so innocent, why would they awarded all that money? Her family. They don't give money out for
county. Yeah, they do. They have money allocated for that. The insurance companies actually have money allocated for things like that.
And every time someone's pew-pewed, they get that money?
Just about.
No.
And then
they don't.
That's basically a surety bond and insurance. And once you use that for such a thing, do you think that the officer would be able to get bonded again?
Not sure how that works, but I have heard of it happening.
So, Keith, how do you feel about the 3 pew-pews?
3 pew-pews were probably excessive, but we're not Sean Grayson. We weren't in his shoes that day. So we don't know how he felt.
Against a pot of water that a woman was standing at least 4 feet away. Just from the video, I can see that she was at least 4 to 5 feet away from him. Did you not see that?
Let's just wait till we see the other video. You might change your mind.
Change my mind? But I can see that the officer is 4 to 5 feet away from him. She was at a stove. There was feet in between there. There was a counter.
Right.
He was on the other side of the sofa.
Right.
Do you not see that in the video, Keith?
You can see that. However, when he walked around the counter, that's when that counter was not in the middle of them.
But she was already down on the ground by then, Keith. She was already on the ground.
That was before the pewing.
To pew her.
It was not before the pewing. I don't know why you're saying that. It was not before the pewing. When he stepped around to that counter and gave those last shots, she was already on the ground.
She crouched down, and then she got up, she grabbed the pot and threw the pot, and then she got back down again.
Okay. You need to, I'm going to look for this pot. What color is the pot, Keith?
I want to say it's red.
It's not.
Those were
no, it's
pot
not.
holders.
It's silver. The pot holders are red. The pot is silver.
Okay, give me some time. I'll get you the video.
Okay.
This looks like a clear case of mental illness and denial.
I would have to agree with you. Because you know what? Something just told me to ask, what color is the pot?
Yeah. I mean, this dude is literally like defending the police officer's actions, and it is clear on the video what has occurred. We see the lady duck. We never see a pot like even look like it's aimed towards the guy. This woman is defending herself.
The only thing I don't see how they can justify. She threw the pot of water. Even if she threw it, that water is not going to go high unless, I don't even know how that water could go that high in the air to reach his face to burn him over that counter as far away as she was.
It would have to be some magic water. Yeah. It would. And trust me, for it to reach him, she would have had to leaned back to thrust it at him, like where she picking up the pot. She couldn't have just. I mean, it would have just been a toss versus
So she
like
didn't hurl it.
Even if she hurled it, how is it going to reach that far? As tall as that man is, how tall is that man? 6'4", 6'2", 6'3"? So how is she going to throw that pot of water high enough to hit him in the face, as he claimed he did not want to get hit? She's not going to hit me in the face with that hot water. So once again, she's got the pot. She's shorter than he is. If she tossed the water out the pot, how is the pot going to reach 4 or 5 feet and burn him even more than that, because he's standing on the other side of the counter? How is that water going to reach him?
Now I'm going to ask you, who are we to tell him how to defend himself to that?
He didn't need to defend himself. He's lying.
He's lying.
He is absolutely lying.
And you rolling with the lie, like you're accepting this lie.
So
like
now he's lying.
He is lying.
It's a blatant
He is
lie.
lying.
And you see that, like, what is wrong with you? What do you got on, rose-colored glasses or something? You walking around with sunglasses on during the day?
How is he lying when there's a camera that saw everything?
Dude, did you see a pot go across the room? Did you see water toss across the room? Did you? Did you see that in the video?
The pot landed in the chair.
She did not throw that pot.
Okay, the pot landed in the chair because she was hit.
But the pot wouldn't have landed in the chair.
If she was not hit, the pot probably would have fell straight down. But she was hit. There's no way that pot would have stayed in her hands. Period.
But on the edited video that Keith claims to be edited, even though what we see is caption versus an edit, the water's on the floor right next to Sonia. The water didn't even go anywhere near the officer. It's on the floor. It rolled from the floor after the pew-pew. After pew-pew number 2. Then we see the water trickle out. So that means that water didn't even go anywhere. It was right there with Sonia. And whoever did that video was excellent in proving that point. The pot did not even go towards the officer, period. It couldn't have, because ain't no way the water go trickle from where Sonia was, and then all of a sudden the other water is over across the area where the officer was. It's not. And more than likely she did. I mean, if you see somebody pull out a pew-pew, Tam is saying that she may have burned herself. Exactly. You picking up a hot pot, you're nervous, you got pew-pews drawn at you, you ducking, probably dumped the whole pot of water on herself. But we're so biased that we'd rather believe what the officer said, and it's clear that the officer is a blatant lie.
So, a lady, when she went down in the crouch position the first time, did she have the pot in her hand?
Yes, she did. Duh.
And then she got back up?
She never got back up. This woman was basically ducking for cover. There were two people.
That's what you'll see from the other camera. She got back up, she grabbed the pot, and hurled the pot in that action right there. After she was crouched down the first time.
Okay, you're pitching. I'm actually wanting to call you a liar at this point. You're a liar.
She never hurled the pot. Even if she got back up, that's not a threat. The woman was trying to protect herself. I don't understand how you can see that as a threat, but you don't see that he was not threatened when he all the way on the other side of the counter.
Wait a minute, Keith.
It's not Mathis.
Keith. Did he let his pew off while she was down on the ground the first time?
No, his pew pew was let off after she got up for the second time.
No, that's incorrect.
That is correct.
No,
you
when
didn't
she
see the second video.
No, listen, when she crouched down, he let a round off. That was the first round. Then she kind of like got up a little bit. You could see her getting up a little bit. And that's when the second pew pew happened. And then after that, you saw the water spilling on the floor. Then the third pew pew. So it was never, she never tossed anything. When he popped her the first time, it jolted her. And then, because you have adrenaline. Then the second time he popped her, that was it. That's when the pot left her hands. Which anything will leave your hands when you get hit. But where's the video? I would love to see it.
Actually, when we see the pot holders go up for her to defend herself, her ducking, she had already dropped the pot at that point. There's no way she could have two red pot holders up against her head and still holding a pot. The pot was already dropped.
I want to see this other video that he's talking about.
It'll be a waste of time. He's just pitching for something. A waste of time. Because we already see clearly in the
Intrigued. I just sent you the video.
So will you admit that you're wrong when we see this one and we dissect it for you? Because apparently you got on rose-colored glasses and you're not seeing what's happening in the video. Will you accept?
You can dissect it all you want, but it'll probably change your mind.
I doubt it. Unless it's an edited version.
I'll be with you guys in a minute. I'm on the phone.
So he pew-pewed her because of the statement that she made, correct, Keith?
No, he pewed her because the pot and the water left her hand.
No, it did not.
No, because let me tell you why. Because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he said, you better not. I'm going to shoot you in your effing head. And then she said, I'm sorry. And as she was saying she was sorry, she was ducking down. Then shot one came. Then after that, two. And then the third one. Then his backup partner said, I need to get my kit. He said, don't effing worry about it, pretty much, because that was a KILL pop. So all the way around, this motherfucker didn't give a damn. He took her life. He wanted to take her life, and he did.
Oh, Lord, I bet you if you did a search for I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, they probably got it all over the internet now that it's a threat.
Yeah, he's cooked. No matter what. Like I said, his fellow partner even said that they wasn't in danger. So that testimony alone is going to put him in there. Just that testimony alone.
Yeah, I can't see him getting over out. You better not. I'll shoot you in the fucking head. I don't see how he can get around that.
One officer saying that he was in danger for his life. You got the other one saying no, the fuck he wasn't. So that's how that was going.
And immediately after he said that statement, he pulled his weapon. So he was looking to shoot somebody. He didn't care.
Yeah, he could have avoided it, man. He could have stepped back by the door, like in between the door hinge and 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of thing, and warned his partner, hey, I think she's about to throw that. He didn't do none of that. And so
Mhm.
far, water could travel. So once she threw it, or ignored your commands as you backed up and you told her to stay right there. Now, if she kept moving towards you after you backed up and got further away from her, then I could see, the situation of how this could have happened. But you didn't warn your partner, or you didn't instruct her to back up. You didn't back up. None of that. You just pew the woman.
Mhm.
Off some circumstances alone, his ass is cooked. Oh no, ain't no making it out of that one. I was unjustified.
Hey,
My boy is
Amanda, I
cooked.
didn't see you in the room. Come on up. I didn't see you. Did you request
Amanda
up?
said he testified today.
Amanda Panda. Yeah, come up, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey,
Amanda
hey,
Panda.
hey.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes, by all means. So tell us what you think about it now. You saw the testimony today. How did it go?
Oh, how
Yes,
you doing, by the way? Sorry, where's my manners?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
So yeah, he testified today. So I thought that was very interesting. It was very short and sweet. He was asked minimal questions, and I can read you exactly what he said. So
Okay.
basically, his concern was the statement she made in terms of rebuking him or whatever. He did confirm that he asked his partner to turn off the water or turn off the stove because it was red. But I don't want to paraphrase. I want to tell you exactly.
Who was making the testimony, Grayson?
Yeah, he actually was the first witness today to testify. The state rested and he testified.
And he said he asked his partner to turn it off.
He did. So.
That's a damn lie.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to the video again because I don't remember hearing that.
I didn't hear that in that video.
Yeah, he said basically call for service, possible intruder, possible damage to a car. She said they got inside, and I'm paraphrasing, but please don't hurt me. He said, we're not going to hurt you, we're going to help you. Then she said nothing. We discussed the body-worn camera. He said he should have turned it on, but he didn't. He thought it was working, but it wasn't. And then he checked it again, and then it did come on. And then he goes into why he didn't use the taser. He said because she had multiple layers of clothing on. He said that wouldn't have been effective, which isn't true. Once you pull the pew-pew out, you're following through with that. There's no option to use muscle at that point. So Massey jumps up, goes into the kitchen. I wasn't sure why she jumped up in front of the couch, but I was concerned that she went in behind Farley. I didn't see any food or cooking material out, so that was a concern. So Sonia ended up turning off the burner. She picked up the pot, started to walk towards me. I was 6 feet away from her. Then she started going towards our direction. I wasn't quite sure what she was going to do. She rested the pot on the counter, turned on the water, but never filled it or did anything else. She was wearing oven mitts, and that made me believe that she was aware that the pot was very hot. Walking towards me, we started to take a back step. She asked where we were going. I said, away from your hot steaming pot of water. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. It came out of nowhere, so I took it as an absolute threat. She was standing holding the pot, which raised a lot of concern for me. So when she made that statement, I thought she was going to hurt me with the pot of water. So I fired my weapon.
Yeah, he's cooked. He is cooked.
I didn't heard.
I didn't heard
5 lies in that testimony, at least.
So wait a minute. Thank you, Amanda, so very much
Yeah,
for
thank
that.
you.
Sure.
Keith, what do you think about what Amanda just said?
From that, the last word she said, Amanda, can you say the very last word you just said again one more time? Loud for the people in the back.
It came out of nowhere, so I took it as a threat. She was standing, holding the pot. That raised a lot of concern for me when she said, "Rebuke me," making me think she was going to throw the pot of water on me. That is when I fired my weapon. We are trained to use force.
Now, he never stated that she threw the water. So you can take that statement that you were just saying and you were beating us with, you can take it and shove it. She never threw it, or he would have said she threw it.
But then
you can clearly see the water.
But he was asked a follow-up question. So then he said, the only thing that I could stop at that point with that threat was with my pew-pew. She was being very stern, no joking, meaning that I was believing what she was saying. She said it twice. If someone repeats themselves, they're serious. That's when I thought she would throw the boiling water on me and when I threw my weapon.
So because his thought was by her saying, "I rebuke you," and she said it twice, that he had a right to pew her?
So he's basically saying the statement that she said twice was the main reason why. However, he does note that she had the pot and she had oven mitts on, which told him that she knew that it was a hot pot, and that he thought she was going to throw the pot and or the water at him.
You know what? I will agree with him that is the reason why he pewed her, because she made that statement, but I don't remember her saying it twice. The other thing
I
is,
just think I'm going to win the lottery. That don't mean I am.
Exactly.
Right.
The other thing I heard you say is that she went into the kitchen to remove the water from the stove, and his partner followed her. I didn't see that happen either, because he was still standing at that bedroom door where he had been shining that flashlight into.
And looking behind that TV.
Right.
And then she was asked another follow-up question, and then he answered, I approached her because she was on the ground making movements behind the counter. I was planning to secure her in handcuffs, and if I had done that, she would have been okay. She would have been arrested for aggravated assault at the very least. I was trying to gain a direct line of sight on her.
He is dancing all over the place.
She said, "I'm sorry," then put her hands in the air. It wasn't until I got closer to the cabinets that she jumped up, grabbed the pot, raised it above her head as she was throwing the pot at me when I fired the weapon. So that was 10 minutes after his first statement at 9:40. So clearly they're asking him follow-up questions here, and he's cleaning it up a little bit.
But he still made an error, because he said he was by the cabinets, and he wasn't.
Yeah, he can't remember a lie.
That's the problem with lying. You can never remember how you told it.
One who, do you see the video I just sent you?
No, I did not.
So, Amanda, what do you think about the case? Do you think he's guilty, or do you think he's innocent?
I think it was unjustified.
Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you so much.
It's not easy for me to say that either. I mean, I don't want to go into it, but those that know me know my family and what my family does. But it's not easy, but I just can't get behind it.
I appreciate it, Amanda. You
just
don't know.
He cooked.
But I still love you, Keith.
And I love you guys too. No hard feelings. We feel how we feel, and it is what it is.
The simple fact his own officer said they wasn't in danger and going to put him in there for real. Just that statement alone. No matter what he says. Because he thinks he was in danger. He thought she was going to throw the water.
Another thing I thought was telling on redirect, he was asked again about his BWC, and he said in the report, and he said, I didn't think I needed to put everything in the written report because it was on body camera, and that would have been redundant.
Another fuck up right there.
Isn't that his job title?
I mean, I don't know the policies in that department, but I mean, I can't speak on it, but summaries are supposed to be in the report of the entire incident, but I can't speak on that part, but it didn't sound good.
Yeah, he's supposed to describe everything that happened. He wasn't supposed to leave nothing out, because now it could be looked at as if he was lying, which he is.
Okay,
so he was on the stand from 9 o'clock, shortly after 9, until like 10:07, I think. So not very long, like about an hour.
Did they give him a bond or anything like that?
So there were some whispers about a plea going around, but I have zero confirmation of that. So no, he never got a bail. Illinois has a no cash.
No cash bail, yeah.
But the judge could have let him go if he felt as though he wasn't a flight risk for $0. The judge had the final say, and he didn't. And he was also denied pretrial release too, which I think is telling.
Okay, Keith, I'm watching the video that you sent me. You know, the one that has the pixelated thing over the pew, which means it's altered, like you said about the other one that had the wording in it. With her on the ground here, with the pot in her hand, she also has her hand up in front of her face, trying to cover her face from a shot. So no, I don't see any water flying in the air, and I don't see her throwing that pot.
The pot was still by her body. That's how you know she didn't throw it.
No, the pot hit the chair.
But still, the chair is still about 4 feet away from the officer.
Regardless of how far it is, she still attempted to throw it on the wrong person.
She did not throw that pot. That pot was released after she was pew-pewed. She did not throw it.
ZR1, what's the deal? Yeah, the pot got let go after she.
Right, you're gonna let it go.
Play the video.
Huh?
I don't understand.
You play the video.
What was
My
that?
boy throwing that jet.
What was that?
Damn, bro, you took my hair off again, Mark?
We in the air, big dog. We in the air.
Let me see if I can.
That's the second time he did that to me. He buzzed me.
What I will say is I cannot believe that he didn't have any mercy on the stand and just say, I was scared, I was in fear of my life. Like he really was just short, stout, just very, he didn't elaborate, he didn't apologize, he didn't have any remorse. And his actions on the stand should not interfere with the jury's decision, but this guy, I mean, at least can you pretend that you give a shit?
He really think he was justified. That's why.
Yeah, I think you're right, Richie.
He really thinks that bad's gonna save him. In his mind, he still think I'm the police. Ain't shit gonna happen to me.
Right.
This is just due process right here. And he still think he gonna get off.
I definitely don't believe he'll be charged with them.
What'd you say, Keith?
What'd you say?
Keith, tell Amanda what you think he'll be charged with.
Oh, geez.
Waiter.
Administrative.
He could have handed. My bad, Keith. Go ahead.
Amanda, administrative misconduct because of how he handled himself afterwards.
So that brings me to the statute, which as a first responder, you are mandated by statute, Illinois statute, stating that you must do multiple things when you're in the company of someone that is in need. And he did none of that. His partner called for help. So he didn't render aid. And the medical examiner said that she could have survived the injuries. No one knows if she could have, but he said that that injury perhaps could be survivable. But we'll never know.
Where was she hit?
He didn't do it. So she was, it was a downward trajectory, so it went in through her face and out through the side of her neck. And it clipped an artery. They clipped an artery, but that's what those bullets are supposed to do once they go in there. When an officer fires a cue, that person is supposed to unalive. So,
okay, can you repeat how it went in?
So she was crouched down, and it was a downward trajectory per the medical examiner, what he says on the stand.
He's cooked. He's done.
There's still 2 more witnesses that have to testify for Grayson. It's a total of 5, and he was one of the 5 that testified. So they will have a counter use of force expert, I think, and a doctor, but they haven't been called yet.
Todd, I don't know what you're hearing or what you're seeing, but this man going to jail.
So,
Mr. Todd, I'm not making anything up. I'm reading.
He's going to stay in there, not going. Sorry, Amanda.
No, you're fine. Todd, I'm reading the summaries from the reporting inside of the courtroom, Mr. Todd.
So, Miss Amanda, if he happens to get off,
do
you think he'll be getting his job back or be able to get his job back?
I mean, there's no reason at that point. He's an innocent man. If he's been found innocent and not guilty of a jury of his peers, then he's a free man and shouldn't suffer the consequences of maybe being guilty. I don't think anyone's going to hire him. But
so he shot 3 times. How many hit her?
Well, one wasn't located until
Here's
much
the video
later.
evidence of
Only
Sonia Massey.
2 shell casings were found initially. I think all of them did, yes.
All of them hit?
Here's the video evidence of Sonia Massey throwing the pot of boiling water at Officer Sean Grayson.
I can go back to the testimony of the medical examiner if you guys want. It's going to take me a minute.
I'm going to show the video right quick. It's a little small, so I'm going to have to stretch it out. And I love the narrative they have on this video. Here's the video of Sonia Massey throwing the pot of water. Come on now. Come up where you are.
He said, I'm going to peep you in the face, and he did it.
So just one of them hit her. I apologize. I was wrong. The deputy fired 3 times. 1 fatal shot entered left eye and exited upper neck.
Ooh.
So I apologize. I was incorrect on that.
Yeah, I did hear she was only hit once. Where was the other 2 bullets found at? Did they say? In the kitchen?
I mean, I'm going mute. I'm coming up this mountain at 25 miles per hour.
Okay. Amanda, did they say where the other 2 shells were found?
I don't know. I am going back. I think that was the first day of testimony on Wednesday, so I'm scrolling back and I'm going to find it for you.
For those who don't know, that means I got to have my hazard lights on to notify people behind me that's speeding. I'm going slow. Sometimes you don't see people going slow until it's too late.
I thought you was on mute.
He took himself off the color.
He was giving instruction on how to be a truck driver. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of truckers on here that you don't even know that they're truckers.
That's right.
Okay. See if I can stretch this out a little bit more. You guys see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, because it's hard to gauge with what you guys are seeing and what I see.
So the first thing I want to tell you before you start this is he comes around that bar. So that bar is not in between them anymore.
Okay.
You talking about the island?
Yeah, you're calling it island, I'm calling it a bar. Yes, that.
Okay, island.
Okay. When we watch this, Keith, can you tell me how close he is to the cabinet when he comes around that little corner?
Which cabinet are you referring to?
I don't know. The ones that he was referring to in his testimony.
Blur the sensitive images. Look below his arm and you will see it. The freeze frame will show the pot of water above her head as she is launching it forward.
As she's launching it forward, no, that's an assumption. Do you see all those red mittens in front of her?
That's mittens.
That's her trying to protect herself. Those red mittens. It's her.
Finally, you'll notice the water splashing on the floor and the steam rising from the ground.
Oh my
the
God,
pot of water that
so
she threw
dramatic.
flies a few feet away, landing in the chair right on the other side of the cabinet.
See that water on the floor? That's where Mr. Grayson was standing.
It doesn't matter the water on the floor, because you're saying that she hurled the water at him, and she does not. Do you see her hands up in the water, in the air, and that glove? This is a oven mitt. This is the other oven mitt. When did
see
she
what's in her
hurl
hand
it?
there?
The pot. I expect the pot to be in her hand. She's not hurling the water.
She didn't just dump the water on the floor in front of her.
No, it's gonna fall when she got hit, Keith.
Finally, you'll notice the water splashing on the
understand?
floor and the steam rising from the ground. The pot of water that she threw flies a few feet away, landing in the chair right on the other side of the cabinet.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna get it. Do you see her ducking right there, Keith? Because he's already got his weapon in his hand. She started ducking as soon as he pulled his weapon. So why didn't she hurl the water then?
I don't know. You can only ask her.
The distance between them seems like, I mean, if I was standing in my kitchen and somebody threw a pot at me, I feel like there was enough distance in between them at this point, right? Mm-hmm. Or am I wrong? Like, I just feel like...
Right, I don't feel like that water would have ever touched him. Even if she hurled it, that water would have never touched him. The pot wouldn't have made it to him.
Not to mention from the distance where she was from him, the cooling factor of water, that water would have cooled down before it even hit him.
And
if she had a blade or something, or a hammer, maybe.
Yeah.
I could. I don't know.
And how are you going to hurl steaming hot water with one hand, Keith? Please explain that to me.
Again, we're going to have to ask her that one.
I can't pick up a pot of hot water by myself.
And that's anymore.
Yeah, and that's even with a saucepan. It's kind of hard to pick up a heavy thing of hot water, boiling water.
Wait a minute, but did you hear Keith just say he don't know? Ask her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. We can't.
I said I don't know. We would have to ask her, and she's not here to answer that.
You did not say would. You said ask her. So you were being sarcastic when you said that.
I said we would have to ask her. One who can replay this live later and then vindicate myself.
You said ask. Yeah. I don't know. Ask her.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
I heard what you said.
I definitely heard you say ask her, Keith, because then I said we can't ask her because she's no longer here.
Right there, maybe.
I just think maybe you,
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Bias.
You should, yeah, just a little bit of bias.
So I went back to the doctor's testimony examiner, and so it looks like he said that it cut her carotid artery. But he was asked if you can still be alive and have ample blood flow if the other one is still working. You just have to tie off the one so you don't bleed out. So she bled to death. And that's a problem. Had he applied a tourniquet or anything, again, we don't know what would have happened, right? I don't want to say she would have survived. I have no idea. But I think it's important to note that he 100% matter of fact said that you can survive with one for a duration of time.
I think this
and I think
so
the jury's
sad.
going to have a problem with that. Yeah. So.
I think this all could have been avoidable. I wish people would take more care in what they're doing. I know everybody perceives things differently, but I don't see how anybody can claim that was a threat, and he just had to do that. I feel really bad for her. And didn't she have a son?
He did. He's been in the courtroom each day.
Oh, wow.
With her mom. So the doctor also noted some things were in her system. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here, but one thing was Delta 9. I'm not sure what that is.
Is it something for mental health?
It says Delta.
That's synthetic greenery.
Oh, okay. See, it shows how much I know about that stuff.
Yeah, me too, Amanda.
It says THC, and it says can cause distorted perception, and then gabapentin, which is a central nervous.
I take that from my back.
Okay, so those are the only two things that were in her system.
I got a question, though, if somebody knows more about this case than I do, which I'm sure you do. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. Anybody go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do we know about the person who had the pew and if he had any kind of certification like a CHL or anything like that? And
he did.
What's that? Go ahead.
Yeah, he did. He actually his instructors testified on Thursday and Friday that said that they were his actual instructors, and he passed with flying colors. CIT training and everything, crisis intervention training, de-escalation training, everything, yeah.
Because I asked that because when you take that class for me, like we were carjacking me and my ex-wife, and everything goes in the slow-mo before you make a decision to pull that. I mean, they really go like, you better think about this.
Oh, you mean?
So apparently he wasn't using his training.
You mean Mark?
I'm asking because I mean, it put me in that slow-mo thing. When a guy's beating on your window, goes to the front of your vehicle, beats on the front of your hood, and he jumped in the back of my truck. I'm driving like a tee-off teenager, and he's about to kick in the window. We're on the phone with 911. That's when I pulled it and said, if you kick it again, because obviously he wasn't coming into my truck with my wife trying to sell us Girl Scout cookies. So you go, okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there's handprints on the side of the window, there's dents in the hood. When you put the glass window back together in the back of the truck, you're going to see his footprint. Why did he even have to jump in the back of my truck, do all those things? So was it the last avenue I had if he actually kicked in the back window and came inside my truck? You know, so you think about all that from what my training was here in Texas. You better think about it. That's why I asked. So I go on, guys. So now that we know that.
So after the medical examiner testified, Officer Regano testified, which was his actual instructor, and it's a 40-hour course with continued education, and it's verbal de-escalation and tactical response. With flying colors. So
So let me ask you this, Amanda, because your husband is a law enforcement Leo. If he was, should he have warned her, like, freeze, don't move, or something like that before he let that round out?
So if an officer pulls out their pew-pew, they are going to use it if needed. There's no option to use any de-escalatory or less lethal at that point.
Okay.
And you're supposed to match what you use to what they're doing to you.
Okay.
So that's why I'm surprised on the stand that he wasn't able to articulate him being justified in pulling out his pew-pew when he could have used less lethal. And not only that, it was deemed unjustified for the unaliving per a departmental investigation that was already done. So, I mean, that speaks volumes. Obviously, a jury is what matters here, and they will determine his fate. But had he pulled out the taser, we'd be having a different conversation.
Okay. So pull out the taser, walk up to her, and then taser.
Yep. And actually, the taser can run 20 or 40 feet. Sorry,
we were told by another officer that the taser couldn't be used because of the water conductor.
So that's inaccurate. So tasers are used in the rain all the time, too. Love you, though.
Could any of this fall back on the instructor for saying?
I don't want Keith to be mad at me.
I like Keith.
Mad at you?
But it was a, you know, it was a well thought of thing. Water is a great conductor. Does any of this fall back on the instructor?
Tasers are used in the elements all the time, and they go 20, 30, 40 feet. They can fly off that taser handle. But his excuse was that she was wearing multiple layers of clothing, and he didn't think it would be effective.
So her nightgown.
Mark's got a point there. Do you think this could fall off on the instructors?
Is that what he's saying?
Hold on, one of you guys answer one at a time, please. Go ahead. I think that was a lady, is it?
No, that was me.
Okay, go ahead and ask, because I'm down in the kitchen. I can't see.
So my question to Amanda is, the nightgown, that material plus the little robe material she had on, is he trying to say it was too thick for the taser to go through?
So his testimony stated multiple layers of clothing that he thought would not be effective had he used the taser. But I urge people to go just look up taser encounters with police and see how the cops use tasers on people all the time. In fact, I think they use them more now than ever because they don't want to be in this situation like Sean Grayson's in.
You know what, that would be, I would think that would be advisable. Use it as much as you can instead of just going straight for the KIL shot.
And he could see her hands, right? So he knew she didn't have a PQ or whatever. So yes, he's saying that pot with the water was the deadly weapon. And anything can turn into a deadly weapon, right? So if a car's coming at me and runs me over and unalives me, that's considered a deadly weapon. So he just had to have articulated it, and a reasonable person would have had to have believed that he would have unalived or been severely injured by the pot or the water.
And this is a jury trial, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And it's unanimous, so, and I always say one bad apple can spoil the bunch, so you just never know it's yours.
Yeah. That's true.
And do you see how they tried to bring up her autopsy? You know what I'm saying? Like, when, during the video, we did not see any erratic behavior. Even if she was on something or had something going on with her, she was calm.
Well, they did
calm.
defame her character. Anything to make her look
exactly.
bad, that's why they did that.
And it didn't work because we can see through that.
Correct.
This is why I think the video is very important to show if it's available. Sometimes that video can clear up a whole lot. But then it still depends on the jury, and people have their own way of looking at things.
So in this case, there's a video to everything, Greg?
There's a video of this. Keep peeling. I'll show you when I get back upstairs. Right now I'm downstairs.
And as we see, there's more than one angle. So even if we attempted to view one angle, the other angle is readily available for us to see clearly. Okay.
Correct.
I think it's also important to note that the dispatch or the woman that, or the person that was on the other side of the 911 call said that Grayson was not aware that he was heading to a 1096. We call it a 5150, which is like a hold, a mental issue here in Baltimore. But I guess that in Illinois they call it a 1096, which is a person with mental issues. And they said that they never advised him that this person was under any mental distress at all.
But you know what? He asked her if she was okay mentally.
Yeah. And the reality of it is, once he puts that address in the system, it's going to pull up a whole report of that address. Anytime that there's been phone calls from that address, he's going to get a report of it.
Yeah, and it does look like that this area of the precinct has a crisis intervention tactical team, like a GO team that goes out on these types of calls that would have gone for the 911 dispatcher had it been a mental call.
And I remember her saying, "Oh, I thought it was going to be the other one." She was kind of used to certain
so that's what she was
police officers coming out there. And how old was she? In her early 30s. Hello?
I don't know how old she was.
Okay.
I can find out.
She looked like she would have been in her early 30s. Freedom.
We feel like taxpayers should be limited because this is a waste of taxpayers' money. This trial shouldn't have been but 2 days. The testimony / live, and we can see through it. We actually see the video. So why are we wasting time on such a case?
Did they say why it was taking so long?
No, I think this is actually wrapping fairly quickly. I mean, the homicide cases here that my husband handles, I mean, sometimes only last 2 or 3 days, sometimes a week. Sometimes they go fairly quickly. But the state had 10 witnesses and Grayson has 5, and I think 3 testified today. I'll have to go back and check the live update. But I think they may wrap tomorrow. Maybe.
I know that my civil case lasted a whole week.
Oh, wow.
But when we went in that back room, we were all in agreement. They didn't take a second vote. The only thing we were not agreeing on was what to award her.
Yeah, they see me coming, and I'm never allowed to sit on a jury. I don't even make it past the first round. It's not fair.
They know you?
Well, I mean, my husband could be in the courtroom that I would be a jury in, so that wouldn't work out very well. So, yeah, it would. They wouldn't like me. So.
I didn't think I was going to enjoy being on the jury, but I did. And then the bailiff was taking bets on who was going to be the foreman. And they thought it was going to be between me and another person.
Unfortunately, from the looks of things, it looks like we actually do need to be more proactive on jewelry.
Mhm. Hold on, I have to take my headset off so I can take the dog out.
Is it really staticky for you guys?
That's one hill.
Okay. Sounds really staticky on my end.
And I'm actually Ubering right in the Mississippi.
I'm back. Hello? Let's see what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys still there? Ooh, child. I need to get me an older dog. Oh, who we got here? Oh. I'm going to shut it down.
Miss One Hill?
Yep.
It sounded so bad when I came in. I couldn't understand anybody. I couldn't hear anybody, and I kept saying it. Nobody was paying attention to me. I couldn't understand. It sounded like everybody was underwater.
Oh, really? It might have been because I was downstairs.
Oh, okay. I was like, nobody paying attention to me? Because I saw your numbers were just dropping. People were just coming in, and they just left because they couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I normally leave the headsets on my desk. But I had walked downstairs before I knew it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? I can't understand anything. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was really staticky.
Yeah, so I just started dropping people. Well, the other people left, and then I just started dropping people because I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, but I'm getting ready to shut it down because it's almost 3.
I figured you were because you always shut down about 3 o'clock, but I was like, what is happening?
Girl, because I'd be ready to take a nap.
I
know it's terrible. Yeah, I'd be ready to take a nap, honey. I'm like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. You should see me looking at the clock saying, I'm almost there.
Well, because then Babe would be running the marathon live.
Girl, he got more energy than me because I can't do them marathons. Maybe after I've done them for a while. But right now, I can't even imagine being on here 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. That's like working a job, Pink. I was working a job.
You got on at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I did. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
7 hours?
Oh, that's 7 hours. I'm getting better.
That's still a long time.
It is a long time. And
but I could not hang, and that's because I fell asleep on y'all last night in Day Boys. I fell asleep several times. I've been asleep most of the morning today, and then when I woke up, I had to clean and stuff. But
yeah, and when you do the live on the live studio, you have to stay stationary. So with the phone, you can walk around, but it's less you can do. But if you're on the computer, it's more you can do around, use another screen and stuff. So I'm still kind of learning my way around it.
Oh, so you would have had to use your Intrigue, drop into a box.
Right.
Leave your headset upstairs and then talk on the phone.
Right. Yeah, okay. And I didn't even think about it. I'll try that next time. Because, the other thing is that I start so early, I don't get a chance to eat. And that's probably why I'm tired and ready to take a nap, because I don't have any energy. I haven't had anything to eat.
That'll do it.
You did a lot of talking at the beginning this morning.
Did I? Did I talk too much?
No. I'm saying you did all the talking at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But any other morning, you can put up your prompt, and there's, any one of your mods that pull up after you've got everything going and they got the conversation going.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to tell them. I mean, because today you had a lot to monologue about, a lot of information to give out that was just on you,
Mm-hmm.
But any other time that you put you put this prompt up, get everybody to start talking and tell them, hey, I'm going to walk away and get me something to munch on real quick. Y'all keep it going. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of telling everybody. You got to take care of yourself, Miss Intrigue.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to try that maybe tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so faithful and loyal and come in here. And I appreciate everybody in the chat too. But I really do.
Well, get some rest.
Alrighty. I will see you guys probably later tonight.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, bye.